Hi guys! Today we're going to draw a realistic Princess Rapunzel. I want to show you how I create drawings like this. It's not difficult. I'll start by opening the reference I'll be drawing from. We need the eyes, lips, and nose to be clearly visible. I begin with the base skin tone. I apply skin shades and paint from a spot. Right now, I'm just trying to find the general shape, where the hair will be placed and what shape the face will have. I randomly apply shades and adjust the form. I want to make the face a bit larger here and give it a warmer tone. As you can see, one side of the face will be darker and the other lighter. I also add shadows. Right now, it's not very clear what's happening, but you'll understand later. I draw the hair and place light and dark spots. From those, I'll move on to detailing. For now, the main goal is to find the shape and choose the right colors and shades so it's clear how to continue. Rapunzel has long hair. So I draw it almost across the entire canvas and blend all the shades together to create smooth transitions without harsh lines. Everything should look soft and blended. Next, I always start with the nose. I find the center of the face, and then, from that center, I determine where the eyes and eyebrows will be placed. The nose is the central part, so it's easiest to begin there. I use the smudge tool to adjust the eyebrow placement, correcting the shape and fixing what I've drawn. It's easier for me this way. I always blend all the shades together, work on one layer, and move gradually, switching between the face and the hair. With a dark shade, I place spots where the eyes will be. At first, I simply draw black holes to determine the size. I don't want to make the eyes too large so the princess looks realistic. The bigger we draw the eyes, the more doll-like the drawing becomes. And I'm drawing a realistic princess. I place the base shades. Next, I lighten the nose so it doesn't look like a dark spot. I make it brighter. I separate the nose into the bridge and the lower part. Then I blend everything with the smudge tool. I also brighten the eyes. The whites of the eyes are not actually white. They're usually grayish or slightly blue. So I use a blue shade for the sclera and add shadows to the eye. I also darken the right side to create light and shadow in the drawing. I add a little blush to the cheek so the shadow doesn't look muddy but warm. Our princess has rosy cheeks. I blend everything to create smooth transitions. I draw the pupils as black spots. I brighten the upper eyelid. I also use black to draw the nostrils. Now we are starting to add more detail. Now I continue detailing more intensively. I slightly darken the right side of the nose and the right corner of the lips. The left side is light and the right side is dark, so I show this light and shadow contrast. I brighten the lips on the left side where the light hits. I also show shadows and volume in the hair. I work on different areas at the same time. I don't focus on just one detail. It's more interesting this way, and I think the drawing develops more smoothly and evenly. I brighten the strand of hair that falls onto the face with a light shade. I show a light rim highlight. With a green shade, I brighten the iris. At the bottom of the pupil, I add an even lighter green to create lighting volume. For now, I lightly sketch the eyelashes so it's visible that they're there, but I don't emphasize them too much. I also brighten the lower waterline to show that the eye looks realistic. With a pale pink shade, I add blush to the cheek. Now I want to brighten the lower lip even more to show that smooth volume. The left side will be brighter and lighter, and the right side of the lips will be more muted and darker. You can even add a dark brown shade there. There will also be a shadow under the lips because the lips cast a shadow. On the right side, the shadow will be stronger and more contrasted. On the left side, the shadow will be softer because the sunlight hits there. I always blend everything. The transitions must be soft and smooth because the girl has a young, beautiful face. The transitions should be delicate, without harsh lines. A shadow should also fall from the nose. We show it on the right side. And there should be a shadow from the hair on the forehead. We show it and blend it smoothly as well. I define the corner of the lips. I want her to have a slight smile, not a wide one, just a soft little smile. With a light shade, I continue brightening the nose even more and show that she has a slightly sharp tip. I create smooth transitions and refine the tip of the nose so it looks a bit doll-like. I slightly brighten the area around the eyes and define the Cupid's bow above the lip. There should always be a small shadow there. These details add realism to our drawing. I brighten the ear because it ended up too much in shadow. I want it to look lighter. Now I move on to the hair. I want to show individual strands, so the hair doesn't look like one solid mass. I draw separate strands. I really love the blending brushes from my favorite set, especially number 7. It imitates hair strands and creates realistic texture. You'll be able to look at it more closely later. I also use this same brush to blend the eyebrows. It actually draws hair-like strokes and makes the process much easier. Everything looks very realistic and doesn't require much effort to render. I simply blend and lighten the eyebrow. With a skin tone, I adjust the shape of the eyebrow itself and show small gaps. With the lightest shade, almost white, I add volume to the hair. Rapunzel is a blonde, so we lighten the hair as much as possible so it almost glows in the light. I blend while creating a strand effect on the left side, and on the right side, I also brighten and add highlight accents. I almost don't darken anything anymore. I just add light. I work from dark spots toward light and details. You can see how the light volume already changes the entire perception of the drawing. Next, I add highlights to the eyes and to the nose. This is my favorite part, placing highlights. I blend them so there are no harsh lines. I also brighten the left cheek here. It seems a bit too flat to me, so I add volume with light and start defining the folds on the lips. With a light pale pink shade, I apply color using hatching strokes and blend everything with the smudge tool, imitating lip folds. I draw them according to the shape of the lip. As the lip curves, I follow that curve with the folds. These folds and small fine lines on the lips add realism. Our drawing already looks less doll-like and more realistic. I add an even stronger highlight to the nose because I want it to be brighter. I add a highlight to the forehead since it looks a bit flat. I want it to appear round. I also add a highlight to the chin so she has a slightly sharp yet small, rounded, neat chin. I slightly brighten the right cheek so it isn't too dark. I add a strand on the cheek to make the drawing more interesting to look at. Strands like this add even more realism. For the final touches on the hair, I brighten the largest section of it. I simply apply a white or white-yellow shade and use a blending brush to shape the strands. Now we move on to the details. I take the first brush from my set and add small details. Here I just decide where I want to brighten and add accents. I make the drawing sharper. With a white shade, I enhance the clarity, and with a dark orange shade, I reinforce the dark lines, especially around the eyelashes. Using a textured watercolor brush, I paint blush on the cheeks, and with the eraser, I add a subtle skin texture on the cheek. I slightly erase part of the blush layer, leaving a light texture. I also add texture to the forehead, the neck, and around the eyes. Now I'm working with my textured brushes to add variety so the drawing looks more interesting and less overly smooth. I use my C&N brushes. I really love them. They keep the drawing realistic, but at the same time, they make you want to keep looking at it and studying the details for a long time. With my favorite textured brush, I add small strokes to the brightest parts of the hair. I also slightly refine the clothing. And this is the final result. Write in the comments whether my Rapunzel turned out similar or not. I tried to make her both cute and a little doll-like, but also slightly realistic.